So obviously both engines are smoking a lot, and there's a lot of oil probably in the oil ways which still needs burning off, but as well we're using the oil which has been in these engines for 10 years, so who knows what the condition of that oil is like. So we're just going to pump it out, and then we'll get everything loaded into my car, and then on the weekend we'll go to Wales and thrash the heck out of them, and then we'll find out really then, I think, if these engines are worth keeping. Either way, these engines are going to move the boat to a boatyard. I'm considering whether it's worth to go into a boatyard in and around Amsterdam or whether to transport the boat somewhere else, because I've contacted a few boatyards and a lot of them can't lift the boat. They don't have the right size crane or space or this or that. So over the next couple of weeks I'll make that decision. This is a bit of a posh boat, isn't it?
What do you think, Mark?
I think this is the cleanest boat I've ever seen, to be honest.
Are you proud of us?
I'm so proud of you. You only live once.
That's so true. That is so true. And after having boats where the engine didn't work or kept packing up at either, do you remember
Yeah.
when you were little?
Yeah.
Dad used to buy different boats, and more often than not the engines didn't work. But he got them working, but we were always breaking down on Windermere.
I don't even remember that, actually.
Oh, I think you were a baby. We'd gone on a little island on Windermere, and we couldn't get off it. So this is our little pride and joy, to be honest. 43 years nursing. I know, but Mark, I'm so proud of your cleaning skills. Honestly, I didn't think you had it in you. You've obviously been watching me, because look at me, I've got dirty cloth, not so dirty cloth, clean cloth, toothbrush, very dirty cloth, toothbrush. Look, Mark.
That's where I get it from, isn't it?
So you get it from me, love.
It's in the blood.
It's in the blood. So your mechanical skills are from your dad, and your cleaning skills are from me.
So we're here at Pwllheli Marina, which is in North Wales. Spent a lot of my childhood here on various boats, and yeah, it's a lovely place to be. Anyway, today we've got these two strokes which you'll have seen in the last video, which we basically just got them running, but there is a lot of stuff to do which a lot of people have pointed out, such as changing the impellers. I've ordered some impellers, changing the gearbox oil. We've got some gearbox oil, but we don't have the stuff to change it right now. And we've also managed to source a new engine cable from one of the swindleries around here. No, it wasn't really much of a swindlery. It was 20 quid for the cable, which is not too bad. So we'll fit that and see how that is. And another thing as well, the oil injection, that could be playing up, and that could be the reason why there's a lot of smoke, but we'll find that out today. And it's a really easy job just to bypass that oil injection system. With it being stood for so long, that's probably something that we're going to end up doing. Today we're just going to fit that engine cable, get the engines blasted and see how they go. They are pumping enough water for now, so there's not too many worries with the impellers, but if they have hardened over time, then they will eventually split and break up. So I've ordered those and they'll come. There was a mixed response from the last video, a lot of people saying to chuck them or sell them, and also a lot of people who swear by them and say they're incredibly reliable. And I think once we get the oil injection sorted and all those little bits sorted, they will be reliable. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. From the Netherlands,
Yamaha Distribution, the Netherlands.
What's that for now?
That's an engine throttle control cable, Mary. $23.99. Look at the smoothness on that. I wouldn't be opposed to changing them for some swanky new 4-strokes, but I need to see how much money I spend on the whole project. By the time I'm done with everything, I might be wanting to save every little penny. I am as well leaning towards getting the boat on a lorry, bringing it back to the UK as well. I'm going to organise as best I can that, tot it up in terms of cost and see if it's worth it. Well, I was quoted $4,500 to bring it to the UK. There's going to be additional charges such as lifting the boat onto the lorry. That's going to be, I think, €400 each time. So that's going to add up to another like 1,200 because I think I'm going to need 3 lifts, including the lift, well, not including the lift actually into the marina. So it is going to tot up to quite a total. So yeah, over the coming weeks I'm going to work that out. That's good, that. That's so smooth. Lovely, so simple fix. We've got the dinghy, we've got the engines. We're going to go thrash them. We're going to see if they explode or not. Probably going to get a call from the fire service when they see the amount of smoke. We've asked him if he wants any help.
But it just says no. So we stood watching.
Good entertainment.
Oh, Steve, we feel really guilty, don't we, Mark?
Not really. So it's rated for 7.4 kilowatts, which is 9.9. So we thought we'd be overpowering it, but we won't be.
Get in. Yeah. I need to get. You need to represent to me then. Okay, I've got it.
It's not started basically, but I'm trying to work out why.
Oh yeah. What we're doing now then?
Oh, we're trying the other one, yeah.
Not too loud, not too smoky.
And it didn't break down.
Didn't break down. Now it won't start.
something.
The only problem with this one right now is the fuel mixture's perhaps not at its optimum. So the other engine was just flooded, so we've unflooded it, so we'll go and try that out in a sec, in a little bit, after our bacon butties.
Okay.
Dad said it sounds a little bit lumpy. It does seem a bit lumpy.
Yeah.
But just get it running a little bit. Should be alright. Should be alright.
Might get better once it's warmed up and that. As you don't know how the oil injection's set here, really. Seems alright. Happy with this one. I've got it.
You got it?
No.
No.
Wrong state of tight for this, isn't it? You grip with these Crocs on.
You got your Crocs on.
No, it's quite heavy.
Like Ninja Warrior. So, 2 impeller kits ordered online from a guy called the Impeller Fella, which is pretty cool. So there's a guy in England who literally just sells impellers. But yeah, they were cheap actually. It was the cheapest that I could find them. They were, I think, like £25 for 2 kits. Looking at all the online swindleries, they were much more expensive. Hope you don't mind me talking about the cost of everything. I don't know why it appeals to me so much to discuss these things. Every single video that you've seen over the last kind of month or 2 has been completely up to date. There's no backlog of footage. Everything is literally filming up until Wednesday, Thursday, and then getting the video edited kind of into the early hours of the morning, then uploading it on Friday. So yeah, Dad's coming home from work. They're funny, my mum and Dad, they're both at work. They work so hard. Like he said though in the previous video, he does really enjoy this stuff, so I don't feel bad making him come home after like a 10-hour shift and then for him to come and help me fit these, change the gear oil. I mean, he tells me he absolutely loves it and he has no qualms doing it. So yeah, we're gonna get these impellers fixed. It's gonna be a very late night video editing session, getting this video out to you. I'm also going to update you as well about Yoshi, what's going on with him, and loads of other little updates so in this video, so stay tuned for that. And of course, if you're enjoying this content, leave me a like, subscribe. It's completely free. My granny wanted to let everyone know because she thought she had to pay if she hit the subscribe button. You don't have to pay anything. Hit subscribe. You'll get similar related content from other channels, from this channel. You're not tired after your shift of working, fixing printing machines today?
No, I don't. I'll do this anytime, I don't mind.
Adult Lego.
Adult Lego, yeah.
Or Meccano.
Don't think these have been off for a while. That's where it goes into the top of the engine. That's the impeller, will be in there. And that's your gearbox shift.
Right. Unbelievable amounts of crap.
It stinks, doesn't it?
Is it?
Yeah. Not too bad really, is it? There we go. That looks alright actually, it's not broke up or anything. It's a bit set, but it's setting it's fine. Key though.
Yeah, I've got keys with it, with,
Oh,
this,
yeah,
with the
keys.
kit.
There we go, muscles.
It's on the inside.
Muscles on the inside.
Good job we did this. Doing it a bit in reverse, but
Well, we know the engine runs, don't we? So
they're not worth working on.
yeah.
This is the state of the anode. So yeah, hopefully I'll be able to get a couple of anodes over here before I get my ferry. Got my ferry booked for next Wednesday. A few more days to go until I'm back at the boat, and I'm going to be living at the boat as well when I get back there, so it's going to be interesting. So this is the new impeller, this is the old one. It is set, but it's still got a fair bit of elasticity to it.
That's it.
So now we're gonna drain the oil, fill it up.
Oh, it's not coming out. Oh, it's getting on it. At least it's not full of water.
Yeah.
You just see that it'll be alright.
Also very smelly.
It's alright, it smells a gearbox oil, so it's not like got contaminants in it, so. And there's these seals and all that are alright. It's supposed to be 125 mil, so we'll put that amount of oil in and just see if we're somewhere near when it comes out of the level hole. That will go into the bottom of the gearbox, and then we should be able to pump it up until it comes out of the vent hole. Because if we try and fill it from the top, we'll end up getting air in it, so we need to pump it in from the bottom and expel the air from the top up to the level of that plug. So I've got this, I don't know if it's exactly the right, but it goes in alright, so we can just pump it in. First I think we'll just put a bit of clean oil through it to let it drop down, and so that we flushed all the old oil out, I think, first. So we'll do that first. It's coming through now. Here we go. Right. We'll put this one in first, so because it's like a vent plug as well. So.
It's a local. So yeah, that's one engine done and dusted. Obviously we've got another one to do. I think the last one took us about an hour, so another hour of work. But while Dad cracks on with that one, I'll just update you about Yoshi. I've found it quite difficult to think about the little guy and to make this update because yeah, it's been quite emotional. But Joe, who's been taking care of Yoshi for the last month or 2 months while I was on my road trip, he's been super happy with him. He's taken him to the vets to be sterilised, and by the sound of it, I'll let you know what he said in a second. He's really settled really well. I had full intentions to take Yoshi with me. I just wasn't expecting to start a project like the one that I've started. It would just be so difficult for me to handle him, and I don't think that he would have had a very comfortable life with me, especially over the next few months. And Joe, who's taking care of Yoshi, has actually already taken him to the vets. He's had him sterilised and his behaviour's improved a lot. From what I've heard as well, just him having Yoshi has helped him with his fitness, getting up early in the morning, and I think that sort of routine is really important for Yoshi. Yeah, it's been really difficult to talk about because I absolutely love him and I miss him so much, and I feel the hardest thing for me to think about is when I left him there, whether he thought that I'd abandoned him, and thinking about what is Yoshi thinking, and it's so difficult that you can't explain to him the situation. But I think in the long run, it's going to be better for Yoshi for him to stay with Joe. Yeah, when we found Yoshi like a year and a half, 2 years ago, he was in a really bad state. He'd been abandoned. He was full of fleas. Obviously, we took him on a massive adventure, and he didn't really like sailing too much. He used to tuck his tail between his legs when it got rough, and you know, we had some great adventures, and he did enjoy quite a lot of it. If you look at his situation now compared to how he was when we found him, it is so much better. It's just hard to think about him thinking whether I abandoned him. But the good thing is I can always go and see him. I can always go and visit Yoshi as well. So yeah, coming back home was really difficult. I actually cried quite when I got back because the house just didn't feel the same without him, and I miss him every day. I dream about him all the time, and yeah, it's still hard for me to think about him. But yeah, when I use my head over my heart, it's the best thing for him to be with Joe in the countryside, going for long walks every day. Yeah, and for me, my life goal now, and I'm putting absolutely everything into sailing around the world, and I'm going to do absolutely everything I can to make that happen in this boat. You know, I could take Yoshi back, and you know, in a boatyard he would probably be okay, but then when it comes to sailing around the world, I don't think that it's a good situation for him. So when I use my head over my heart, it's the best situation for him, but it's not easy to think about. I hope you don't mind me reading this email, Joe, but basically what he said is, he says, "Rest assured we'll take good care of him. We're quite used to having him around, and I really enjoy our walks together. Every evening he's on my lap to watch TV, and when the telly goes off he runs to his bed in the kitchen. We don't hear a squeak from him all night. He's well known in the area already. It got me talking to people that I've never spoke to in 13 years. So it's painful for me, but I know deep down that it's the right thing to be doing, for Yoshi's sake and for my sake as well, and for Joe's sake. So yeah, thank you very much, Joe, for taking care of my little brother. And yeah, it's so amazing that he's with a friend and I can always go and visit him. So yeah, that's what's going on with Yoshi. So how's this one looking?
Yeah, it's a bit more deformed, the impeller on this one.
Right, there's that the old one there.
Yeah, that's the old one. So it'll be alright.
What do you think about Yoshi?
Well, we miss him, to be honest. We miss him a lot. It's just him not being there, really.
Yeah.
You expect him to be there. When you're there, expect him to be there.
Yeah.
And whoever's got some food, he'll be with them. Or it's me, you with your mum. Yeah, I feel for you, to be honest.
Dad's managed to do this one in super quick time, and he's just putting the final touches to it. That's almost ready to go. Yeah, over the last couple of days I've been contacting a lot of marinas around the Amsterdam area, because no matter what I do I'm going to have to lift the boat out around there anyway. Sent out I think 13, 14 emails last night. I've had every single one come back and say that they can't lift the boat. So there is one that can lift the boat, but it's the one where I can't lift, so yeah, still working on that. So also got a few more quotes for transporting the boat as well. So to get the boat transported down to Port St. Louis on the south coast, which I've not told Dad yet, £7,500. Just wait for the locals to pass. 7,500 to take the boat to Port St. Louis. I'd love to take the boat down there, but there's no chance I'm paying 7,500. I am also going to contact a few more European boat transport companies. And then I also got a quote to the south coast of the UK, and that was 3,500, which is more manageable. But yeah, thinking about spending so much money, it's tempting to just stay around the Amsterdam area. We'll see. Like I said, I've got my ferry booked for next week, so next Wednesday when I go back to the boat I'm going to be living on it. And in next week's video, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get a full video edited. I will potentially do a live from the boat, so stay tuned for that. If you're subscribed and you've clicked the notification bell button, you'll get a notification when that one goes live. I'll also update you guys on the community page, on Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff. And yeah, the plan for when I get back is going to be basically getting the engines on the boat, getting the boat mobile, and that's going to be quite fun. I'm looking forward to it. Also looking forward to moving on to that boat. It's going to be very interesting. Hopefully the weather's going to warm up a little bit. And yeah, if anyone in and around the Netherlands has stuff which they're not using, such as ropes, fenders, any tools that are surplus to requirements, let me know. I'm going to be at the boat in the top secret location, which you'll very easily be able to work out if you watch the last videos. So I'll be at the boat, so if you've got any stuff that you're not using, you can always come and drop it off. And yeah, another option, if I'm not going to transport the boat on a lorry, potentially cross the channel on this boat. It's an option. Not a very safe option, but it's an option. And yeah, like I said, every single video for the last couple of months have been bang up to date. There's no backlog. I've been cramming as much as I can into the videos to make them as interesting as possible. And yeah, if you appreciate them, like, subscribe, and yeah, thanks for watching. Massive thank you to all my new patrons and to everyone who's donated through PayPal and Coffee. So in next week's over the coming weeks, I'll get a full list of all my monthly patrons. But thank you so much, and yeah, see you in the live video or in next week's video. All right, thanks.